Terence and Errol Spence are at a point to where they almost can't get any better. They that good now to where they fighting at the perfect time. Like, I think that honestly, this probably be honestly, this might be the best matchup in decades at the time that it can happen. Like this year, usually it's a fight off or it's
Spence
a year
and Bud, you mean, or Tank?
Spence and Bud.
Yeah.
I think that it'll happen at the best time almost in decades to where many fans could flip a coin and say who gonna win this fight. Like they both coming off superb.
Who you
wins.
think's gonna win?
They both coming off. I mean, it's it's a great fight for me, man. I have to really look at it, and it's I'm cool as hell with both of them. Like so, I just want to. I'm gonna turn into a fan, and I want to see it. I don't even want no free tickets for this fight. I'm gonna pay my money for this.
So you're not going with the Midwest counterpuncher,
Terence? I mean, listen, I could never root against Terence.
Right.
Me and him was roommates, and I known Earl for a while.
You were roommates with Terence?
Yeah, when he first turned pro, he used to stay. We stayed together out here in Vegas. So I gotta and me seeing how hard he came up, and this is why going back to it now. The people that when I was debating about who was pound for pound between him and Canelo, I mean it ain't a debate now. But the reason why I got Terence #1 pound for pound is because #1 I saw how hard he came up. And he didn't have that silver spoon coming up in his career. He was doing the ring almost like a sink or swim type situation coming up. And for me to see how hard he had it coming up and him to beat the odds so many times, like he's #1 and he probably should be the favorite in the fight in the books, like on the odd. I think he should be a slight favorite, but they both so good at talents that they both got advantages on their sides. Like, Spence got the size advantage. He probably got the
better jab.
All right. Terence is a better counterpuncher. He could move better. He got more. All right, Terence got. All right, you said it. Midwest. He got that slick shit.
Right.
But Terence is a killer, and Earl is a killer. That's what make this fight so good because they both gonna want to hurt each other. Now, they both do it in a different kind of way. Earl does it more in a way to where he gonna stalk you behind that jab, real disciplined with his defense, nothing fancy. So, nothing fancy, but he knows where to throw and when to throw it. He hits you to the body and the head, and he know when it's open. So he got good timing, real good boxer. See, people think that if you don't dance around that you're not a boxer. That don't mean nothing just because you don't move around and you could still be a boxer in front of a guy. Like, that's what kind of fighter to me that Errol Spence is. He's more of a stalker. He more of a boxer that'll pressure you. Kind of like, all right, if you look at Roberto Duran, he was a boxer, but he just was an aggressive boxer.
Chocolatito.
Yeah, boxer, but these guys like to, so they both got edges on their side. I think the edge for Terence is his counter punching. He got more speed, and he got a little. He got more. He could switch up in a few more different styles than Earl. But Earl got the size advantage. He been there his whole career. Huge welterweight. Even in person, he even bigger than what the stats say or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, he got to be taller than what it say on the stats. And I seen the cat, years, of course.
He was more like 5'10" than 5'9".
Or maybe even close to 5'11". Like, he's bigger than what it say on paper. But so is Terence, though. Terence is, too. But Earl is like a huge welterweight.
Country strong.
Yeah, so he got that. So Earl, to me, his pressure is an advantage in the fight. He got a good jab, and he's consistent with his style. Like, if you watch him fight, he fought that way damn near every fight. So he don't really have to overthink on how he gonna fight because that's the way he fight. He gonna press you behind that jab. He not gonna give you too many openings. He don't really slip and give you a lot of head movement, but his defense is more the high guard. But he could punch good upstairs and downstairs, and he could do it for 12 rounds. That's another well-conditioned fighter. Like, if you watch him in Ugas, he broke Ugas. Now
he get better as the fight goes on.
As the fight. Now Terence, another great athlete,
him too,
strong as hell and stronger than people think. And he got that. He kind of got that tank. They kind of both got that where they can just see it and they can clip you with that one shot and end it to where you might think a man is in the fight, but in Terrence's mind, he already know like, okay, I ain't ready yet for it. I'm gonna let him get more sloppy as the rounds go on. He not gonna throw these punches as sharp. So instead of me trying to show you what I'm trying to do in the second or third round, I'm gonna do it in the 8th round, because in the 8th round your energy didn't die down. So when I hit you with this shot, and by him stopping a dude like Porter, who I grew up with and one of the biggest dogs you gonna ever see in the ring, ain't no stopping no Sean Porter. I mean, this dude then fought light heavyweight, middleweight, straight up dog. Like, so that had to be telling for him to do that with a dude like Porter, who can still come in the ring and even move up and win the title if he want. Man, that fight is like a coin toss. Like, it's the best fight in boxing right now, hands down. Like, I mean, they getting my money on that. Like, you know, they gonna definitely everybody should order that fight. That you can't even say you don't watch boxing, that you watch boxing if you don't order that fight.
No, your card is revoked.